Hi guys, Mr. Cole here, and I'm going to be reading a story called Houdini the Amazing Caterpillar. It's a story by Janet Pedersen, and it is about a caterpillar named Houdini who loves the spotlight. And his audience always loved his amazing magical feats, from shedding his skin to making a leaf vanish, right before their very eyes. But when the audiences stop coming and stop being impressed by his magic show, he has to come up with something new, something bold and colorful, something daring and surprising, something his audience won't want to miss. What could it be? "You will do amazing and magical things, Houdini," whispered Houdini's mother when he was just a tiny egg nestled upon a bright green leaf. Soon Houdini grew into a caterpillar with bold stripes, a big smile, and a hearty appetite. And when he suddenly found himself in a new place with many curious faces peering at him, peering means looking, Houdini knew it was finally his moment to do amazing and magical things. "Come close. Watch as I make this tasty leaf vanish." Ta-da! His audience loved it. "And now I will crawl across this high wire stick without falling." His audience made drawings of him. Ta-da! "Perhaps I look small to you, no bigger than your little finger. But step closer, watch me grow before your very eyes." His audience brought him fresh leaves so he could do his vanishing act all over again. "Ooh, ah," they cried. Houdini smiled his big smile and bowed in appreciation. How he loved being in the spotlight. But gradually, Houdini noticed his audience was becoming interested in other acts. When the turtle arrived, the crowd patiently waited for it to emerge from its shell. Some performance, thought Houdini with a yawn. When a spider showed up, Houdini couldn't understand what the big deal was, but the audience was as curious as ever. Houdini decided it was time to spice up his performances, to make them even more amazing. Instead of just stepping out of his skin, Houdini rolled out. He added a daring backflip to his high wire stick routine. He performed his vanishing leaf act with astonishing speed. Now, every now and then, a small audience gathered, but there was no longer the crowds. For the first time, Houdini felt neither amazing nor magical. One night, under the light of a full moon, Houdini munched and thought and munched. What could he do to win back his audience? Looking around, he had to admit the turtle's new act showed courage. The classroom plant was a sight to behold, and even though Houdini could spot the the spider's latest trick was quite successful. Then he noticed something else. On the wall before him were colorful drawings. They were bright and bold, and they made Houdini smile. Suddenly, he knew just what his next act would be. It would be his most daring act ever. Look at the pictures and see if you can tell what's about to happen in the story. It would take much concentration and skill, but Houdini felt ready. His audience would not want to miss it. Houdini broke free of his skin one last time. Then he climbed to the very center of the high wire stick and hung suspended in air all that night. And all the next day, Houdini held that pose. His audience discovered him. They crowded around him. They made new drawings of him. For almost 2 weeks, Houdini held that pose, without food, without water, without taking a breath, and his audience watched in anticipation. Then one morning, Houdini opened his eyes. Many curious faces were peering at him. Houdini smiled his big smile, happy to be in the spotlight again. "Gather close. This is the moment I will break free." Houdini twisted. Houdini squirmed. And what do you think happened? Ta-da! He emerged a beautiful butterfly. Ooh, and ahs were heard as his new wings lifted him higher and higher. Houdini bowed his head in appreciation. He too was amazed at the magic inside of him. And that's our story. Houdini turned into a butterfly from a caterpillar. That is called a metamorphosis. Monarch butterflies, which is what Houdini is, a monarch butterfly. And I'm sure you've all seen a monarch butterfly in your yard or somewhere. A monarch butterfly goes through a metamorphosis, which means a change of form in 4 stages. First, he was an egg. You saw his mom talking to him at the beginning of the story when he was a little egg on the leaf. Then he was a caterpillar, and that's when he was in the classroom with all those kids trying to do tricks. Then he turned into a chrysalis, which is what he was hanging from his high wire stick. And then he emerged from his chrysalis as a beautiful butterfly. I hope you have enjoyed this story of Houdini the Amazing Caterpillar by Janet Pedersen, because I certainly enjoyed reading it to you. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Mr. Cole, signing off. Ta-da!